Hello everyone, this is Debbie and welcome to my channel Ridiculous Goodness. And before I get into everything, I just wanted to say, for a while now I haven't made any videos, and that's, even though with lots of encouragement, I was still feeling like I wasn't able to get, I just felt like the videos weren't really coming out the way I wanted them to. They just, the whole purpose of doing these is to help people and to express myself, as well as I can, to, be open, because I know everyone else is, we're all connected in some way or another, and we have experiences that, are still different, but we still experience a lot of the same things. So I definitely want to say, whatever needs to be said at the time, and, well, we'll just see how this goes, because I'm really, doing my best here to just stay positive about what's going to come through, and know that, even if they weren't something that I thought was, where I wanted it to be, like, other people still enjoyed them, and so I still want to continue going with this and see what else I can get through. And obviously you get better as you keep practicing and just keep going with it, instead of, I think I needed that time to think about it, with what I wanted to do, and this is definitely something I want to continue doing. So I'm going to use two decks today, and one of them is Oracle deck. It's an Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I don't have the box for this deck, but it's a tarot cards. It's the Paulina Tarot, and it's by Paulina Cassidy. And so I'm just gonna shuffle a little more and get a couple cards from the Paulina Tarot and see what we get today. Okay, so it's one card from the Energy Oracle deck. I already shuffled it, both decks before, and setting the intention. Oh yeah, so this is going to be for the weekly guidance reading for August 3rd through the 9th. So I already did, while I was shuffling the cards earlier, I was just saying that we get a message for all of us that will be best for all of us whenever we see this, and it'll just be what we need. Oop. Okay, well, let me shuffle it one more time. Okay, let's see which one we get. Okay, so let's see. Let's get them all out together. Okay, so the first card is reverse, and it's just high importance, and it's a Knight of Cups. And you see him on his, it's kind of like a water dragon, sort of. He's just riding off, not into the sunset, but on the river, I guess. And so the next card is number 53, the Magician, and the Mirror. The next one is Seven of Swords. Okay, so what I get for this is that with the Knight of Cups, I just feel like with the Magician and the Mirror, that it's just kind of telling us that we need to not let anything stop us from making the right decisions for ourselves, because we have the Seven of Swords here, and it's kind of like a mischievous kind of character. It's kind of stealing swords, and that's obviously showing us that we need to make sure that we're not letting anybody dissuade us from things that we really want, and to think about what it is that we really want in a very deep way, because sometimes it can be difficult to sit down and think about things because you might start to think about other things as well, but it's really something that you need to find joy in, and over time, even if sometimes you get into some deeper things that maybe you don't want to get into yet, but that's something that you have to learn to do in order to figure yourself out and really know who you are, instead of like letting yourself fall into someone else's will for you. It's very easy to do that when you don't know yourself very well. So it's something that you have to follow the example of the Knight of Cups and like really move forward. There's like in the water, the water is just around it kind of shows like a lot of speed going towards there. So it's like in the cup has like hearts coming out of it, and so it's just kind of like being confident in yourself and knowing what it is that you wanted to do, and just even just thinking about it as an option, like even before you take action towards it. Of course, once you decide what you want to do, you have to take action towards it, but it's just something that regardless of why you feel like you can't do something that you want to do, or it's not a good idea because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm vulnerable or something like that. To not you think about things and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, or I've not I haven't been successful before trying to do that, or you just feel like you're not ready for some reason. But just think about it first and like put it together, like how do you want to start off. Maybe if you want to start writing about something, maybe start off journaling, or even just writing a sentence a day about how you feel, or something some kind of like whatever you come up with, like something that you just want to write down to remember. You just start small steps to get things going, and then you just maybe you do something unrelated, like clean up your room or something like that, clear your space and everything like that, because that helps clear the energy, and it just makes a huge difference to like say, okay, what it is, if I can't start on this yet because I don't feel ready, what is it that I can do that will be helpful to me. Like I said, like cleaning up your space, clearing your space will help make room for when you want to like do things, and it'll make you be like, well, I now have more room, and it's just like a positive thing to do. There's obviously other things you can think of to do that will be helpful. Just making sure that you make time for at least thinking about what it is that you want to do, what it is you truly want to do. Not because like, don't think that, oh, I might want to do this, but like, well, why is it that it's not something that you can't do? And even if you have to like do something else while you're doing that, it's possible. Whether you're going to school and you're trying to do something else, or going to work and trying to do something else that you really want to do. It's just very possible to make things happen in your life, even if it seems like, well, it'll take a long time, but it's going to take a long time, or sometimes it seems like that more often than not, but you have to take steps to get there. And if you're not ready for that yet, like, once again, just think about what it would mean to you if you did that. What is it that makes you want to do it? Like, is there good reasons behind it? Like the pros and cons kind of thing. Just reason with it, logic it sometimes. People put logic down sometimes, but sometimes you really need it. And then other times it's not good to be like, it has to be balanced. Like you have some logic, and yet there's some like, that you believe in magic kind of in the world kind of thing, just like thinking, well, not everything is how it seems kind of thinking. but logic is still there and it's important, and it's just say like pros and cons. So just put it down on paper, those kind of things. So yeah, I could go on this for a while, but I feel that that's, this is what we need. Definitely I'm going to be doing this, and there's definitely things I want to do, and I know that we're all trying to figure things out and really do what it is that we want to do. So it's like, make sure, like, whatever, even if it's like mostly in your head, or if it's the actual person, whatever it is, like, that's trying to like dissuade you from like being the magician in the mirror. So like being able to have all the elements on your side and be able to reflect back the good things in yourself that you're doing. Don't be hard on yourself, and just know that, that whatever there's a lot of things that can influence you. So just know that it's not always, because you're not doing enough. And when you're not doing enough, and other times, yeah, you can be a little hard on yourself, but most likely in this case, it's not because you're not doing enough. It's because, there's certain things that are influencing you, and you just need to make sure that you are just figuring out what you really want to do, and just forgetting about whatever, it's just like, forget about whatever anyone else is trying to get you to do. Just do what's best for you at the time. And when you can help, when there's times when you need to spend time with other people and help them, but there's also time that you need to help yourself, and this is the time. So anyways, this is your message for the week, and I hope that it helped you in some way, as always. And with any luck, which I'm pretty sure there's plenty of luck for me to get another reading out next week. And I enjoyed doing this, so thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.